It's Randytbird here on this early Sunday morning, June 13th. Going to be a hot one, as I mentioned before. 114 today, but right here at before 6 a.m. in the morning, it is very pleasant out. I don't know, the temperature's probably in the high 70s right now, and beautiful sunrise this morning. The place I was going to go today, there's a fire out there, and I think I'll just avoid that for now. So just going to be a not too long of a ride today. Just wanted to get out some before the furnace turns on to full blast. Yeah, out here in Arizona, this is the time of year that can actually compare to winter in the other parts of the country, where you can go outside, but it ain't pleasant. Fortunately, you can still get out early in the morning this time of year because the humidity's low, so the nighttime still cool off some. But it's going to be a scorcher. Other than that, just out here enjoying the early morning. Been following the news and all, motorcycle news. Not a whole lot going on this week. I heard that Harley-Davidson was doing much better than they did. I guess they were ahead of 2019 sales of this, and you can sure tell from the dealerships that they're getting really low on bikes, and I don't know if that's because of the manufacturing slowdown or they're just selling a lot of bikes, but they're definitely you're seeing their ranks kind of thin out there in the dealerships. There's like more space between bikes than you're used to seeing. I don't know about you folks, but the dealers around here, the dealer that I bought my bike from, they put on these events to get people in the door. So the joke for me is that I go back and visit my money and get my money back, one hot dog or hamburger at a time. And Desert Wind Harley, they almost every weekend have something going on, and they're feeding you on the weekends, which is kind of cool, I think. I mean, there was a time when a Harley dealer, basically you walked through the door and it was like, give us your money and nothing else. But I think that they're kind of trying to establish a sense of community now, and some people may disagree. You know, everybody has their lives and what they like to do, but it's nice to go into a place to be recognized. They know your name, and you know, to me that breeds a little bit of loyalty. I know brand loyalty is another subjective thing. I personally like all kinds of motorcycles. Presently, I do have my Harley-Davidson, and I love Harley-Davidsons, and will probably continue to ride them as my life progresses. But my mind is open to other things. Adventure bikes, for one thing, really piqued my interest. Unfortunately for me, I'm not very tall, so some of them are not going to work for me, but I have looked at a few of them. I stopped at a Triumph dealer the other day, and the Triumph Street Scrambler, there's a limited edition model that's got a one of 750 paint scheme and some of the Triumph accessories on it, and it's a very cool looking bike. It looks like it would be a fun bike just to jam around town on. It's a 900cc model, and while they don't make a ton of horsepower, they're supposed to be very satisfying. I have not ridden that model. I have ridden the 1200 Bonneville, and that was a very interesting bike to ride. The Scrambler is more upright. It has higher bars, and the Street Scrambler anyway, it has higher bars and a high exhaust, and it's just a very pleasing bike. And the videos that I've watched on the YouTube, people seem to really like them. And while they don't have a ton of off-road credibility, you can go down a dirt road. Of course, you can go down a dirt road on an electric glide if you like. It's just whether you feel like you're going to die any second or you feel somewhat stable is another whole thing. Haven't seen any Pan Americas on the street, but I hear they're not getting. The dealers haven't had that many, but they've sold every single one. So I continue to read good reviews, and people are really liking them. And I hear people talking about it that own Harley Davidsons that want one when they become available, you know, widespread availability, and that's surprising me. And I apologize for the hand in front of the face. Had to flick a bug off my screen. But it'd be interesting. Interesting how the final thing shakes out. I think they're going to do well, and really looking forward to the new other models coming out with the Revolution Max motor in it. So there's a 950 version coming out, 950 and 1250, I'm told. So we'll see what that bike looks like. I do hope they make the Street Fighter. I would certainly be interested in that. There's a fire out east of us, out towards the Globe area, and it's causing a lot of haze in there. And as you can see, in the early mornings, you see the dust and the smog and the haze will rise up from the ground, and they're saying that there's an air pollution advisory for the valley today, which doesn't surprise me. We seem to have those more than not these days. The fact of the matter is there's just too damn many people here now, and something like 7 million people in Maricopa County. And when my family moved us here in the early 60s, there was 675,000 people in the general Phoenix metro area, which really didn't go very far out back in those days. Now it doesn't seem to stop. Yesterday I went to a party up in Wickenburg, Arizona, and I can't believe, you know, Wickenburg is about 78 miles from my house. It's a little small low desert town, 2,000 feet elevation. I can't believe how much has been built there on the way out there. I mean, I used to ride dirt bikes out in that area, and it used to be kind of like a little, I don't want to say western town, but more of an old style, old time town out there. They used to have a thing in thing called Wickenburg Days, where they would let you pan for gold. There's some mines around there, and we did that as kids, and we're thrilled to get a few flecks of gold, and worth nothing really, but it was fun to do. But the building that is going on out there, it's incredible. I did probably 70 miles on the freeway without really ever leaving town, and it's until you get within about 15 miles of Wickenburg, there's just houses everywhere, and businesses and whatever. There's the 303 freeway that's out west, and it's kind of like it's just a wide open freeway all the time because of the they built that for future growth. And there's a town out there called Surprise, and I'm surprised to find out that it's more than just a crossroads on Grand Avenue anymore. It used to be Grand Avenue, also known as US 60 in the west side, and it used to be just a collection of low rent houses. It was more of a farm workers area, that the migrants that came and worked the fields and stuff out that way area, and now it's an entire subdivision bedroom community. The west side of Phoenix is where the growth is happening now. The east side has been built out quite a bit. Ooh, it's chilly out here almost. Out here are the farms by the reservation. Obviously you can definitely feel that the water that's on these farm fields around here, because the temperature just dropped. Probably dropped all the way down to 75, but when it's been 110, you're feeling it. If you look out into the distance, straight ahead, that's not clouds, that's smoke from the fire that's out there by Globe, Arizona, by Globe Superior area. And I hope they get that thing under control soon, because there's some really pretty country out there, and I hate to see it destroyed. It just that seems to be the way of the world these days. It's just fire everywhere. This, you know, say what you will, believe what you will about climate change, but I've noticed it. You know, in the last 20 years we've been in a drought, and it just doesn't seem like the weather is the same anymore. It's just, it's hotter for longer. The nighttime temperatures stay higher. It gets hotter earlier. Spring happens in February, and I mean, it just seems weird to see the trees coming back. I mean, the leaves fall off at the end of December, early January, and by February they're already budded and blossoming again. Very strange. It makes me wonder that if this area is going to even be habitable in 30 years. I mean, it's going to be hot like Libya in the Sahara Desert. I mean, you've got to... yeah, it's bizarre. What do we got here? Construction area. It's always an adventure navigating this. They changed it. Again, I'm running around on the south end of the Salt River Reservation here, and it's pretty rural here. They're resurfacing the road here. Well, yeah, it's nice that this early there's not a lot of traffic out, and you don't have to worry about the crazies, the drunks, the blinds, which you still have to be careful, of course. You know, anybody that rides knows. I've been following a lot of vloggers on the tube, and getting to see everybody's out and about, and it's good to see people traveling and going to places. Makes me jealous, and some that I'm not able to go to. And the Tail of the Dragon, the you know, Smoky Mountain Parkway, people are going to up in the mountains in those places, and always wanted to see that. I've never been to the southeast part of the country, and one of these days, hopefully, it's on the bucket list. That with New England, I really always wanted to see. New Hampshire and Maine and places like that. Anyway, this is Randytbird, just out here blithering away, trying to come up with something interesting to say. I don't know what's, you know, been kind of a slow weekend. I gotta work out of town next week, and then the following week we get to go on vacation and see how the dogs like not seeing us for a little bit of time, and having to deal with different people taking care of them. But you know, we're fortunate to have a roommate, actually my wife's youngest son, that takes care of the animals. The animals love him, so that's good. But we're gonna get out of Phoenix, get up into the mountains to Lake Tahoe, and have a little family vacation and see some of the country there. That's another one that I call a bucket list item. I wanted to see Lake Tahoe, so we're going to do that. So I'll probably have one more vlog in before that trip happens next weekend. But in the meantime, this is Randytbird out here in soon-to-be blistering hot Arizona, and I hope you all are riding safe and having a good time. And don't forget to subscribe. The channel is rolling along, 534 as of this morning when I turned on the tube. So this is Randytbird. We'll talk to you again.